teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
What? 380!
Mark 49! Strip the ball.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
What?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
What? 280! Alert, 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 alert!
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go!
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carson. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 4. Yard line.
Wilson's pass. Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shut! Team on it. Because it's a 6. Pull it. Now. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Ready? 55 is mine, guys, 55. Coming to you, coming to you. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And Owen caught it up, and he's able to take this one back to the 36. Now a hit, and he fumbles. It's loose again. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 55, Mike.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Go, go. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cassius Marsh In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Going up top. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Jennings has it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bills 14, Seahawks 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and... think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Golden. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. Forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ziggy Ansah. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Round 80. Mike 49. What's the slap? Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They get it to him running left, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game, 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
That's it. Big hit.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tyree Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Jackson complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Golden. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
55, my guy, 55. Get that quarterback, D. D-line, get that quarterback. Check.
Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
56, right there, 56. Record. Alert! 56 to Mike. Hey, orbit. 56.
On play action, Allen. He's got the tight end, Vanette. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try to run forward with Penning. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run forward with Carson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14. And the Seahawks first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And here's Allen operating from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 55 for Mike. Mike. Hayward. Check 55, Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 24 yards.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jared Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch out.
They'll run with Madison. And an alley to run. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 15. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a give, right side. Golden. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Allen going to go on fourth down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Golden. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 41-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they will take a knee here.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along.